Donald Trump just took one more giant step right now in fulfilling his dream as a politician and also as the 47th President of the United States, and that is to be Vladimir Putin. And in this breaking story, you're not going to believe what he just oversaw his brand new on day one Attorney General Pam Bondi do on behalf of his desirous dream to become the strong, forceful, powerful person that he idolizes in Putin. Isn't it kind of odd to you, just a little bit, that Trump goes after Mexico tariffs, Canada tariffs? He even pushes a little bit on China. But the one person he never pushes against, and as a matter of fact, complete opposite, applauds, compliments all the time, won't question, is Putin. I'm going to show you in just a few seconds this breaking story. It's unbelievable. But do you remember just a few scant years ago when he was president 45 and he sat down and agreed with Putin? Take a quick look at this again real fast.
It was one of the most extraordinary moments between an American president and a Russian leader. Their meeting framed by Friday's Justice Department indictment of 12 Russian agents for election meddling and the judgment of U.S. intelligence agencies, including Director of National Intelligence Dan Coats, that Russia interfered. President Trump asked, who do you believe, President Putin or the U.S. intelligence community? His answer?
People came to me, Dan Coats came to me and some others. They said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this. I don't see any reason why it would be.
And the president complimenting an offer from Putin. Instead of turning over the indicted Russian agents, Russian officials would question the agents themselves, with special counsel Bob Mueller present.
I have great confidence in my intelligence people, but I will tell you that President Putin was extremely strong and powerful in his denial today. And what he did is an incredible offer. He offered to have the people working on the case come and work with their investigators with respect to the 12 people. I think that's an incredible offer.
Tonight, the president's own intelligence chief, Dan Coats, shot back with a rare rebuke. We have been clear in our assessment of Russian meddling in the 2016 election, and we will continue to provide unvarnished and objective intelligence in support of our national security. Critics like former Obama CIA Director John Brennan unleashing.
It's something that is a disgrace, and that all Americans should be ashamed of that performance of somebody who holds the title of President of the United States.
Treason isn't the improper word. And don't forget, when times were tough for Donald, where did he do a beauty pageant? Who paid him? Who put money in his pocket? Russia. And in this breaking story, oh my holy God, look at the release the hounds, take the reins off, take the handcuffs off of what our AG is no longer going to do towards Russia. Listen to this.
Trump administration disbands task force targeting Russian oligarchs. U.S. Attorney General issues memo to break up efforts started after 2022 Ukraine invasion to target those close to Kremlin. The U.S. Justice Department under Donald Trump is disbanding an effort started after Russia's 2022 invasion of Ukraine to enforce sanctions and target oligarchs close to the Kremlin. A memo from the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, issued during a wave of orders on her first day in office but not previously reported, said the effort, known as Task Force Klepto Capture, will end as part of a shift in focus and funding to combating drug cartels and international gangs. This policy requires a fundamental change in mindset and approach, Bondi wrote in the directive on Wednesday, adding that resources now devoted to enforcing sanctions and seizing the assets of oligarchs would be redirected to countering cartels. The effort, launched during Joe Biden's administration, was designed to strain the finances of wealthy associates of Vladimir Putin and punish those facilitating sanctions and export control violations. It was part of a broader push to freeze Russia out of global markets and enforce wide-ranging sanctions imposed on Moscow amid international condemnation of its war on Ukraine. The task force brought indictments against the aluminum magnate Oleg Deripaska and TV tycoon Konstantin Malofeyev for alleged sanctions busting and seized yachts belonging to the sanctioned oligarchs Suleiman Karimov and Viktor Vekselberg. Prosecutors assigned to the task force will return to their previous posts. The changes will be in effect for at least 90 days and could be renewed or made permanent, according to the directive. Trump has spoken about improving relations with Moscow. He has previously vowed to end the war in Ukraine, though he has not released a detailed plan. The emphasis on drug cartels comes after Trump designated many such groups as terrorist organizations, part of a crackdown on illegal immigration and fentanyl trafficking. The shift also implicates enforcement of a U.S. foreign bribery law that has led to some of the Justice Department's largest corporate cases over the last decade. The unit enforcing that law, known as the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, FCPA, will now prioritize bribery investigations related to cartels, according to the memo. A wide range of multinational firms has come under Justice Department scrutiny over the law, including Goldman Sachs, Glencore, and Walmart. Those large corporate resolutions do not typically involve cartels. It is a radical move away from traditional FCPA cases and toward a narrow subset of drug and violent crime-related cases that have never been the focus of FCPA enforcement, said Stephen Frank, a lawyer at law firm Quinn Emanuel Urquhart and Sullivan, who worked on FCPA cases as a federal prosecutor.
Yeah. Of all the things we really should care about, what we should really do is we should attack all of the employees in our country, and we should disband all of these mechanisms that help keep world peace. But if I was really thinking about disbanding something and wanted to become Putin, I tell you what, let's disband that element of our justice system and that element of our research as it relates to the Russian people who, Trump really wants to become and be proud to be the dictator that Vladimir Putin is. I'm not trying to have stories like this truly scare you, but the truth of the matter is, folks, they are truly scary. He's only been in office. Just stop and realize this. As of right now, he's only been in office, 19 days? 19 days. And look at what he's already dismantled. I'm not saying that government doesn't need change. I'm not saying that disruption is bad. This isn't disruption. This is dictatorial chaos. This is just annihilating things so you can become an autocrat. That's what this is. And this breaking story is yet another chink in taking down the armor of what's keeping Donald Trump from becoming Vladimir Putin. Breathe, talk to your friends, enjoy your daily life, stay frosty.